Well, joining me now with expert analysis is criminal defense attorney David Bruno. David, thank you so much for getting into some of this for us. We were just discussing, a lot of this that is come down to, people in the room and a lot of people that weren't in the room that are trying to decide what was said.
Yeah, first, this has nothing to do with collusion. We're talking about campaign finance violations. And yes, this is like trying to shoot a moving target here, because as the days come on, we just get more and more information. And we really need to see what's going to be credible, because Cohen is not. Let's start there. Is there corroborating evidence? Do they have emails? Do they have additional recordings that we've already heard? But as we're talking about here, this is changing. That Wall Street Journal report putting Donald Trump in the room in 15 with Pecker and Cohen could be problematic, certainly. But I do see defenses for the president here. Well,
the president himself, he did have conversations with Cohen. Here's what he had to say with our Harris Faulkner.
I never directed him to do anything wrong. Whatever he did on his own. He's a lawyer. A lawyer who represents a client is supposed to do the right thing. That's why you pay them a lot of money.
All right, you're a lawyer. That's why you get paid a lot of money.
You know what? When I give advice to my clients, they do not ask me for every single one, is this lawful? Is this legal? That has to be assumed when an attorney is involved in a transaction and giving legal advice, right? So I could understand that point that he's trying to make. This was my attorney. Why wouldn't he tell me that this is an illegal campaign violation?
Can he be held accountable by not knowing that it was illegal?
No, this federal statute requires a willful violation. He has to know that it was illegal, and that is the point. I don't even know if Cohen knew that it was illegal or not, being the lawyer in the room. It's not clear in the federal law, because this is not just a flat-out contribution, right? This is an in-kind, an argument that is an in-kind contribution.
I want to get now to the second topic, though, because someone who did know and admits that he was breaking protocol, and that would be James Comey, and this issue of sending the FBI agents into General Flynn's house to grill him on Russia. Listen to what he said.
If the FBI wanted to send agents into the White House itself to interview a senior official, you would work through the White House counsel, and there'd be discussions and approvals and who would be there. And I thought, it's early enough, let's just send a couple guys over.
Let's just do it that way.
Unreal. Let's think about who we sent over to. Andy McCabe and Strzok.
Right, Andy McCabe, who has since been fired. Peter Strzok, one of the two FBI agents sent there.
There's a text message. Strzok to Lisa Page talking about an insurance policy, talked about in Andy's office. Right. This is just unbelievable to me. And yeah, was it illegal what they did, the police? No, it wasn't illegal. They do it all the time.
Was it entrapment?
No, it wasn't entrapment either. Flynn is bringing this up because there's a possibility that the judge could give him possible jail time. And he's saying, Judge, you have to understand the circumstances of that interview. I wasn't told that it was a violation to lie to the feds. And also,
they told him he didn't need an attorney. They had a tape of the conversation to begin with, but they went in anyway.
Right.
So why?
And Strzok also thought that he was telling the truth after.
Right.
Right. I can't believe that statement from Jim Comey, because essentially he's saying we should have did it a different way. And because it was so early in the Trump administration, we tried to get around what was typical protocol. That's a problem. Is it illegal? No. Is it unethical?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. There was a lot to get through, but we managed to do it. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Let's see what happens over the weekend.